Okay, so let's do it. Step 1. So it's going to be pretty much like this.
You're gonna put him in the governance Discord, right? Is that what you said you're gonna do?
In the governance channel. So look for the governance channel. It's going to be right there. Let me just so we're going to call it I'm going to start with voter key. It's going to be easier. And okay, let's do it like this. Do you guys want to call it voter, or you want to have your name? We could just call it voter. It's going to be, let's make it simple. Let's make it super simple. Shall we?
Yeah, keep it generic. Keep it generic. That's a good idea.
Cool. Okay, let's do it. So if you put your mouse on the right side of this command, you can literally copy it by clicking the little it's like a box, but it's like two sheets, one on top of the other, and you can just paste it here and it will generate your key. If you ls, you see you have already your voter private key and your voter verification key. So these keys are Cardano keys. So if I just get into it, voter.vkey, you see that it's a payment verification key, Shelly. And let me just emphasize on payment, because I'll get back to you later with something very cool. But just keep that in mind. These are payment keys. Okay. So, all right. So once you guys...
And these would be public keys or private keys?
Both. Look.
Okay.
Yeah, so it generates right? It generates a key pair. So the S key is your private key.
I see, okay.
The V key is your... Yes. Just like the infographic there. Private key, public key. Okay? These are the keys you're going to use to sign the transaction if you agree with the vote. So as a consortium, we decide that, oh, this governance action, we want to vote yes on it. And you agree with it, you can sign that transaction with those keys. Well, actually with the private key. And if you disagree, you just don't sign it. That's the way it is. Okay, so now that this is done, if you do LL and you check the permission, you might want to do, you might want to switch that to only readable, right? Because anyway, the command is sudo chmod 400 and the name of your keys. Voter.
Sorry, I have a quick question here. Sorry, before you move on. Is that right? There's no abstain in this function. There's only a binary yes or no.
Here's the thing. The orchestrator of the transaction, the orchestrator here who builds the transaction is also going to build your vote. So if you ask your orchestrator, we talked to each other and we decided that it would be a yes on this governance action. Then the orchestrator builds the vote file. He builds the vote file with your vote, with your anchor and your rationale that you provided to him, and he just includes it into the transaction. And before you sign that transaction, you're going to verify that everything that's written is according to what you wanted. And if you agree to that, you will sign it.
Awesome. Yeah, so I get it now. So like if you had a 5 of 7 vote, you could have essentially maybe 2 people abstain, but other than that, then you wouldn't reach threshold, so you couldn't go below that.
Exactly.
And by abstaining, you just wouldn't submit a vote. Okay, so it ends up being binary by default. Okay.
The transaction signing is binary, but the vote is made by the orchestrator. So for example, like you said, there's 5 yes and 2 no. If you build a transaction that votes yes, I'm expecting those 2 no to refuse to sign it because they disagree with it, right? So they won't sign it, but you'll have the threshold because there's 5 voters who signed the transaction.
Yep.
So
Got
depending
it. Thank
on,
you. Yep.
okay, cool, cool, awesome. Where was I? Yeah, so here I want to set the permission of those keys to only readable because I'm not going to modify them whatsoever. I just want them to stay that way. So it's just you're not forced to do that because in CentroNet and like we usually say with Van, CentroNet is just let's be unsafe and stupid. But I'm just gonna put it there anyway, just in case. Okay, so let me just type it down there. Sudo chmod 400 and vkey order.ski. There you go. So if you want to just copy paste that, you can go ahead and it will make your keys only readable. Ryan is typing. Ryan, you can talk. Oh yeah, Ryan. Okay, yeah. Go ahead, brag. He's brag. Oh yeah. Look how fast I am. His key's already ready. He's got his hash and everything ready. All right, good. Awesome, Ryan. He knows
Yeah, you
it.
want me to set my DSR now? Or
Yeah, you could. You're breaking my tutorial. Look at that. You could just send it. Never mind. Okay. Does anybody have any questions so far? Just go ahead, cut me right through, and ask your questions.
Is there any way to verify that this action took place? Like that I got my change mod to 400.
Yes, you're gonna type LL, and it's gonna show you your keys with the permission, and you should only see a single R. Yeah. So pretty much on Linux, you have 3 types of permission. You have readable, writable, executable, and there's like 3 groups of. How can I phrase that? Sorry, I'm French. So the first 3 here is yourself. The second group of 3 is your group, and the third one here is everyone. But you only want it to be readable by yourself. You want nobody else to see it.
Yeah,
That's what I have.
hence the privacy. Perfect.
Yeah, on a hot environment, so it's not really that safe, but I assume that you did this on a cold environment. Yeah, all right. So, next step. Okay, the key hash. So you want the key hash. So let me just paste that. It's going to be step 3. So we're going to generate the key hash of the verification key, because we're going to need that key hash for the datum of the smart contract. So we'll just have it here, step 3. So what it does here, it grabs your payment verification key file and it just generates your key hash. The key hash of your, hold on, I made a mistake. Oh, I forgot a dot. I'm sorry. Let me fix that. It's folder.vkey. There you go. My bad. Shame.
What up? I just got here.
Hello, Jenny. We're generating keys.
Jenny's in the house. Thank goodness. Woo!
Woohoo! I was gonna ask you, Mike. I didn't do my homework, but I just kind of like assumed that because I have my setup for the cold environment, can I use that?
Yes. You can literally do
Okay,
everything
cool.
we do here from your cold environment if you want to, but you won't be able to
I have
copy
to
paste.
bring it back. I have to bring it back. Yeah, but that's cool. Like bring things from one place to the other, right? So that's it.
Yep. If you go into the governance channel of that Discord, you will see every steps that we're doing right now.
Okay, cool. I'll be back to my PC in a minute. I'm actually mobile right now, but I'll make it there eventually.
Sure. That's okay. You're used to that. She's a professional. Yeah, anyway. Okay. So now we have the hash. We can just get into it and see that the voter key hash, it's an hash.
So I just realized that I'm not inside my consortium directory. I'm outside of it. It looks like.
Well, it's no big deal.
Is that
I mean,
all right?
yeah,
Fine.
you could just move all your files into your consortium. The command is mv. So mv the voter whatever v key you want to move it, and then you move it into your consortium file.
Okay.
Like this, and it's just gonna go in there. All right. Okay. So is everyone's okay now with that? So the next step, now we have both our private Cardano key and verification Cardano key to vote. We need to generate from the same keys, we will generate the private key that we're going to use for OpenSSL. So an OpenSSL compatible private key. Okay, so let me just put the command and I'll explain it real quick. So what this does is that it shows it's going to go into your voter.s key and it's going to show it and pipeline it into a GQ command that remove the 5 first digit of the CBOR X field, and it will add these numbers to it in base 64 so that it could be understood as a private key for OpenSSL, and it will also add in the beginning of it begin private key and at the end of it end private key. So since it's CentralNet and I don't care about security, I'm going to show it to you. Oh, that sounds so awful. But anyway, so
show it to us.
I'll
Style.
show you my private key. Don't share this to anyone, right? It's gonna be on YouTube, but please don't steal my keys. It would be so bad if you do. That'll be actually very interesting because it's CentralNet. Steal my keys, please. So this is what it gives. So this is an OpenSSL compatible key. So as you can see,
Mike,
yes.
one quick question. What are those numbers that you appended in the top that start with 302 and finish with 420?
You're rugging. I didn't get that.
Oh, sorry. I was asking, what are those numbers that started with 302, the ones that you are highlighted on the command?
These ones?
Yes.
Let me just let's go full, screw the privacy, shall we? So it tosses away this, and it's only gonna grab this CBOR here, and it's gonna add those digits and convert them into base 64. So that's what gives this hash here. But if you want to see it, you can do OpenSSL. Now I have to remember that's P key in. I hope I remember. So now the file is the voter dot how do I call it? Voter private, like this, and then no out, and I want a text. There you go. So as you can see, this here is my private Cardano key, but if you look at those digits here, look at the private part of it. You see? 92, 77. This is the same key. This one here and this one there. That's the same X. So what it does, it just converts your Cardano key into OpenSSL key that you're going to use to sign your signing request. And if I do the same with the public key, let's erase that. Get voter.vkey. There you go. You see this here, and if I do the same again, look at that. This is the public key. And if you look at the public key, you will see that, again, it's the very same. So when you sign your certificate signing request and you get your cert, people will be able to see this, and they will be able to compare it with the actual key who signed the transaction for the vote. So if you're identified in a certificate, in an OpenSSL certificate, Mike Hornan, Canada, Quebec, Quebec City, that mail, all that stuff, and you pick that certificate and you hash it along with the hash of your verification key into the datum of the smart contract and the NFT that's on chain, you can identify who signed each transactions of your consortium. Why don't we see it right now? I would say that's because there's no tool to track these, but is it trackable? Yes, of course, it is. And I'm hoping that one day what's that?
I hope those NFTs have nice pictures on them.
You can do that too, but let's not go there yet because I'm trying to oversimplify it, right? I could go like, I could make it complicated, but I want to just make sure that everyone can understand the basics. That's the goal for today, or for every time I do a workshop. So the way I like to, I'm sorry, I'll just get back to you. The way I like to teach those things is that I'll go as simple as possible. And as soon as you get the grasp of those simple principles, then we can go a little deeper and a little deeper. And as you move forward, you start to understand everything that used to be complicated at first when I, first talk about this. Because when I show this to you guys, some of you might be like, what the hell is this? I mean, like, that's, I don't get it. And it's okay. It's okay to not just, that's first time I looked at this, I was like, oh my God, what the? There's no way I can catch it. But I managed to find a way to understand it. So that's what I'm here for. I'm explaining this to you. So, okay, one step at a time. So, yeah, what was your question?
We can do the PFP later.
Yeah. So what was your question, Jonah?
No, I didn't have one. That was maybe it was Sevens. Do you have a question?
Yeah. So if I was going to redo this on mainnet, I don't quite understand where you got that 302 that ends in 420 number. Like, is that the same number every time, or
yes,
where it comes from? It's the same number, okay.
And I just want to get clarification on the question that it's the same across all. It could be because it doesn't matter if it's mainnet or testnet because it's like a BIP 39.
Exactly, yes.
Okay.
So if you do that with testnet keys, any keys that's Cardano keys, it will work. But they have to be payment Cardano keys. But it doesn't matter if it's on testnet or mainnet, or pre-prod or preview, whatever.
Is that number in documentation somewhere? Or is that something you generated?
Oh, no. Actually, there's two documentations I could share. There's that awesome website. It's really amazing. Let me just go. I'll show it to you guys. So I even
why don't
follow
you
it
want?
in
I
my
can share the link.
repository. So this is the Cardinal Atlantic Council repository. Wow.
Ian,
so cool.
Do you have the timer set right now? You have the timer set?
You go, there's a repository in there. That's the KeyGen repository. And if you go into the KeyGen, you have a nice tutorial, but I oversimplified it because if you go in it, it shows you how to derive those keys from a mnemonic phrase. But today I'm not doing that because I want to even make it even easier, even more simple than that. So we'll just generate those keys from the CLI and not break our heads. But if you follow this tutorial, you can derive those keys from a mnemonic phrase. And then once you have those keys derived, they're going to be BIP32 keys, and then you will have to remove some more digits from it and to end up with the private keys on the OpenSSL side. But as you can see in the tutorial, again, we use the same thing. Same digits. But what you could do if you don't want to use this, there's something else you could do. You could do the opposite. You want to do the opposite? You could literally generate, instead, you could generate your OpenSSL key with the OpenSSL command. OpenSSL, what was it? Was it key gen? I have the command over here. Let me just check real quick. That's gen key. Okay, let's do it. We could do it. Why not? Okay, so what I was going to say in the meantime is that we could literally create, we can do the opposite. We can create the private key from the OpenSSL command, OpenSSL, that's gen key, and then you type algorithm like this, ed25519, because we want it to be compatible with Cardano keys. Then we need the output, and we'll call it, how we call it? Well, I'm going to call it private.pem, and this is going to generate my private key. And once this is done, what you could do is you could then show that private key like this. OpenSSL p key, input, your private key, no output, and you want it in text. And as soon as you got it here, you grab this and into your, you could literally generate Cardano CLI address keygen, and then you type down signing key file, whoops, folder.sk, and verification key file folder.vkey. And when this is done,
You have a typo in verification key file in the last argument.
right. Verification. But that's just an example. I'm not going to do it for real, but you could do that. And once this is done, you know that those two key pairs are different, but you don't care, because once this is done, you could grab this from your private key that you generated on the OpenSSL side, and then you could literally just grab this and you replace these with your CBOR that's there, and you keep the 5820, and there you go. You have your keys on the Cardano side. That's the exact same than the one you have on the OpenSSL side. And if I then generate a verification key from that, I will automatically get the same thing that I have here. So you can go both ways. It's up to you. If you don't feel super confident about the numbers that you saw, that I showed you in the copy paste commands, you could do the opposite. Both ways works. Actually, the first time I did my keys when I was testing on the testnet, I didn't have that command, so that's the way I did it. I created my OpenSSL keys and I just grabbed the CBOR and I just transferred it on the Cardano side, because I felt like it was just dumb and easy way to do. Because I like it when it's dumb and easy, because I'm not very smart myself. So again, it's up to you, but this method works. So again, it's up to you. Both ways will work. And we will be able to use your keys if you do it, whatever. Okay. Oh, hi, Adam. How are you doing, Adam? I didn't see you there. Adam Rush. Da, da, da. Okay. So are you guys okay? Did I forget something? Have any questions?
It's all good for me so far.
Okay, so what do we have now? We
Oh.
have our
Yeah, for me,
Oh.
that last step, the four one,
step 4.
I got yeah, I got a message that the JQ not found. I don't know if I don't have
Oh,
something right or
you might not have JQ. Good point, good point. Let's load up a Ubuntu on my shitty Windows machine. Hold on. I really don't like Windows. I'm sorry, guys. Once you go Linux, you never go back. Just kidding. Okay. Yes.
Don't say
So
that's
if I do
true, 'cause
JQ,
really-
you see command not found. So thank you, Archella. You do not have JQ right now. So what you want to do, you want to install it. So you will do sudo apt install JQ. Just like that. And when you press enter, oh God, yeah. What was it? You have to type down your password because it's that's the wrong password. Hold on, guys. I got this. I got this. Okay, there you go. So it's gonna ask you, do you want to install it? Blah blah blah. It's gonna take that much space, and then you do it, and it abort. Why the fuck does it abort? I want it. Ah, okay, there it is. So now it's gonna get me JQ.
and it's a lot of space because I'm doing it in my computer and I don't know if
Yes.
I have
Okay, so this is the command.
yeah
Let me just
yeah
I'll copy paste it for you. For Archella.
I know it's not a lot of space. It's very small.
Yeah.
all right yeah that's that was the question.
Oh, was
Alright.
it? I'm sorry. Okay, there you go. I'll just there you go. Do you see it? I've put it in
No,
the.
it was the file size. She was concerned about the file size, not the text
Mhm.
size. But
Oh no,
but-
it's yeah, it's nothing.
Seven said it's small. So.
Yeah, it's
All right,
these
thank you,
tools are.
Jonah.
It's always super small. It's just like
All right,
command lines and. So the reason why you needed that is, as you can see here, in that huge command, you're filtering the field with GQ command, and that's what you were missing. So your instance couldn't understand what you were trying to tell them. Like, use the GQ command, and it's like, what is it? I don't know it. Teach me. So that's what you did right there. Okay. So where was I?
I was wondering, did it work for you, Arkella?
Oh, right.
yes, thank you.
And you could generate your private key with it on the OpenSSL side. So you should see something like this if you cat into it. I'm just gonna leave it there for to let enough people do screenshots and copy it.
I pasted mine into the chat. You guys want to verify. Mine looks a little different than yours, although it does start with the MC4CA as well.
Let me just close that. Here.
I'm sorry. How can I see the voter private
Okay.
key?
So you just type ls like this.
LS.
ls.
All right.
It's going to list what's in your directory. So
Yeah.
so you should normally see this.
Okay. it is there.
Yeah.
All right.
One of
And then
us,
if you want
one
to
of
see
us.
the actual key, put the other one up there.
Yes.
Like the cat voter private
Yes. Cat voter
Is
dash
cat?
This one.
All right. Voter.
cat
All right.
space voter, and then you have to screenshot it and you send it to us.
All right.
Just so we can confirm that it's got
Just
the right
just
numbers
freaking
on it.
make sure. Don't do that. Don't do that. I'm just kidding. Don't do that.
Maybe it can be in Discord.
you
Gonna
you could
need-
copy paste it and send it to my DMs. Oh my God, Sanchonet, what did you do to us?
Mike, will you be providing those videos for later point? If
Yes, I'm recording.
like,
I'm recording right now.
perfect.
Yes,
Amazing.
so I might cut some part of it that that's irrelevant, because here's the thing: it's supposed to last an hour, and technically we're already we're already past that hour. But yeah, that's something I need to get better.
I know I have to. I don't think I'm gonna be able to stay till the end, but I would love to participate. So
But
if
it's
I
okay.
can access the videos
Oh.
at later point and
Yes.
follow from there, that would be amazing.
That's the beauty of it, because at any time you have those keys. If you just give me the hash, exactly like Ryan did. Ryan gave me his key hash. This is all I need. This is all I need. And with that,
Okay,
I
I'll do
can mint the NFT, prepare everything, and he's going to be able to sign the transaction and to be one of the whatever role we gave him, or whatever role he decides to fill. Actually, we didn't talk about that.
Yeah, before you leave, get a roll, Roger.
Yeah, right. Ryan, you're gonna have to tell us which role you want to have. Could be voter, could be delegation, anything. But
Maybe at the top. I mean, membership.
what's to be? Yeah, I'm confident you can sign the transaction I send you, right? So it's okay. Okay, I'll put you there. I'll put you there on the
And
list.
and you want me to share with you the voter private?
No. Don't
No, the
ever
key
do
hash.
that.
Just I'm joking. The key hash.
The key hash of the that's the verification key hash that I need. The verification key hash. Well, actually,
Yeah.
you don't do that. You don't have to do that. Why? Because when we will generate, I'm gonna go back to my nice graph. When we generate this is all I need. The only thing that I need is this certificate signing request that I will sign. But from that, I can have the hash of your voting key and the hash of your.
Mhm.
I do have the hash because I do have the verification key CBOR. The X, sorry. I have the X of your voting keys. So this is all I need. This is all I need.
Can we make that now? Are we going to make that now?
I was hoping
CSR
to do that.
file?
That's what we're doing. We're gonna
Yep.
get there very soon. If I stop
Okay.
talking about anything but what I'm supposed to talk about. Okay, are you guys ready for the next step?
Yes.
All right, let's do this. So now we have our key pairs here, the hash of the Cardano verification key and the private key on the OpenSSL side. We need a public key on the OpenSSL side. So the command to do that, I'm kind of lost. Public key, there it is. Okay, let's do this. So it was step 5. Step 5. So as you can see, this is an OpenSSL command. And I'll put it here. OpenSSL P key to generate a public key. The input is the private key. And I want a public output. And the output will be voterpublic.pim, which will be my public key on the OpenSSL side. So I got my public key and my private key.
Why do we need the public OpenSSL key?
Honestly, you don't need it. But I like to have it to verify, sometimes, if you're being over paranoiac, or if, like us, you derive your keys from a mnemonic phrase, you sometimes want to double check that both keys are the same, and that it also confirmed that you did it right, because when you generate the public key on the OpenSSL side and you verify the X of that public key, it should be the same than the one that you have on the Cardano side. It's just like a double check, but you don't have to do it, like Ryan said. But it's there. It's cool. We have it, right? I mean, yeah? Okay. I have no excuse. Okay. So if you guys are ready, we will now generate our certificate signing request. And this will be the last step for today. Already. See, guys, when we have so much fun, time goes by and don't even see it. So here's the command to generate your certificate signing request. But you will see that when you generate it, I'm just going to put it here, make it bigger. This is the command. OpenSSL request, new. The key, we specify the private key. And the output will be, oh, wait, not child. Erase that. This is bad. Folder cert. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I should change that. Folder cert. There you go. Folder cert dot sign certificate signing request, and you will see a prompt, and this is where you put your personal information or what you agree to put on. So country name, CA, Canada, state province, Quebec, français, je me souviens. Locality name, city, Quebec City in Quebec province. There is a city, beautiful city. You should see it. Organization name. So this is where you type down Prestige Worldwide. Oh wait, yeah, I like this, right? Organizational unit name. So you could put Cardano or CentroNet Constitutional Committee. You could put that. Common name, your own name, or pseudonym, or what you want people to see if you ever share those certs. Mike Hornan. Email address, whatever, mike.hornan at sunshownet.network. That email address doesn't exist, so, or you just leave it empty if you don't want to fill it. Challenge password, we won't fill that, and optional company name either. And that's it. You have yourself your OpenSSL signing request. And if you want to see it and verify that it worked, I'm going to put that in step 7. If you want to verify it, you type the command OpenSSL request input voter your cert signing request that you generated, and you want it in text, no output. So where was I? Okay, so to verify it in the governance channel, you see step 7. This is the command that you can use to verify your certificate signing request before you send it to the head of the security, because you're gonna have to give him this certificate. If I ls, you will see there it is. So I'm going to need this, and then I will sign it, and your certificate signing request will become your official certificate. and I will send it back to you. I honestly.
So I have a question on this. I have I'm doing this on a server. How do I download that somehow to attach it to Discord?
You
I mean,
can
I could copy and paste it
Yeah,
out of
yeah.
there. Yeah,
Well-
you just copy and paste it.
Yes, you could do that, but you could also, yeah, you could copy paste it if you wanted to, but
I mean, you can
I
copy
would-
paste it to a file, to a notepad file, and then just attach the notepad file.
Yeah, just name it. I'll just name it what it's called there, right? Yeah.
Right.
yeah, but make
Okay.
sure that what you copy paste is not this, but the actual file, the content of the file encrypted like this, like this. This is what you copy paste.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let me see.
Because if you copy paste this, for me it's going to be a hell of a headache.
That's fine though. You can handle headaches. You're tough. No, I'll give you the easy one. Hold on.
Yeah, give me that.
Cat voter cert.
Or yeah, you could.
And then what's the the question I have is, so what do I take the end certificate part as well?
Everything.
Okay. And I just title it the same thing, votercert.csr.
Yes.
All right.
Same
Done.
extension, same name, everything. No space. And you send that to me. You could actually just copy paste this without copy pasting it into a file and send me the file. Just copy paste this, send that into my DMs. I'll take care of it.
Okay.
Okay. Hey, this is it, guys. We did everything to create our certificate signing request. Congratulations. So now, if I get back to
Clay all day.
Yes. Who's got that? Who's got the Clay Discord? I love it.
you guys. So if I do a quick recap, we have both our key pairs for OpenSSL and for Cardano, and you have your certificate signing request ready that I'm going to sign as the certificate authority, and then I will be able to use it to generate to mint the NFT online. So that's what I'm gonna do next workshop in front of you guys. So make sure that if your name, now it's important, make sure that if your name is in more than one role, you have to go through all we did for each roles and make sure that you do not use the same names for your keys. Identify them. Because what we did, I called them voter private.pem. So if you're a membership role, I suggest you that you change that to membership private.pem, membership.skey on the Cardinal side. You know where I'm going, right? So make sure you do that.
I have to watch the video. I'm gonna watch the video about the roles just to have a better understanding because I missed the last session.
That's okay. I'll make sure as well. I've put the commands in Discord, but I'm gonna make a readme.md file on my repository and send you the link so you have, steps for each, things we did, right? So I'll make it simple, and I'll have it available
amazing
for you guys. Yes, that would be best.
Thank you.
Okay. So do you have any more questions about what we did today?
I actually want to just make sure that it all went good. I sent you the file. If you want to quickly take a look,
Yes.
that would kind of make me feel I actually didn't miss much. I think it's fine, but just
Request.
double check.
Is that Roger? I'm seeing a message
Yes.
from Roger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Mike, I just want to, do you have any standardization you want for the roles? Like, should we just use member, delegator, and voter?
Something you can understand. So if your keys are member, I suggest you use member, yes, because you can name it the way you want. But if I ever ask
No.
you for a membership signature and you mix them up because you don't remember what role your key has, then we might have trouble.
Okay. All right.
So I suggest you
So
identify them.
I'm gonna redo it because I didn't label this one today as anything. It just has no name. So I'm gonna redo them one for each.
Yeah, it's always best to, for example, for myself, I would use, Mike dash voting dot pem, for example, because as an orchestrator, I don't want to mix them because as an orchestrator, you're gonna have, for example, witness from many people. And the way they will name their files, they might have it like Jonah.voting .witness, for example, and you're gonna have
I'm gonna
sevens
use
voting.
Mike as well. I think I'm gonna use Mike as well.
It's gonna be confusing, but it's up to you. I'm gonna call you Mike. But it could be Jonah, it could be not show up Bob. Yeah, I need to generate.
No, I think
keys for
Mike
this
is
guy.
gonna be the right one. I'm gonna symbol you with. I'm just gonna put Mike on everything.
I'm here.
Okay, if you say so.
Bob is here.
Bob.
Let's just first let me
Bob.
just double check something.
Yeah, check Rogers. Make sure it came out good.
Yeah, I'm gonna check that. Just hoping. Hold on. Yes, all good. All good for Mr. B. Beehive. Was it Roger?
Oui, c'est moi.
Roger.
Oui, c'est moi. Ouais, ouais.
You're Canadian too, right? Are you?
Oui, je suis à Toronto.
Oh, awesome. Awesome.
Roger needs a role there. Where are we gonna put him in?
Oh, well, he sent me voter, so Roger's gonna be in the voter. I'm gonna add him
Voter,
there.
there you go.
Yep, gonna have to do that. And again, Roger, if you want to be, for example, delegation, if you want to have the delegation role as well, this could be good practice because, yeah. Anyway, I mean, like, it's up to you. If you want to fill another role,
You say
I have to have a better understanding of the roles first.
okay, sure.
yeah, exactly. That's what I was asking.
We can always do that later. That's what I was saying. That's the beauty of this smart contract and the fact that we don't use native script multi-signature because native script, as soon as it's set in stone. You can't rotate those. So if you lose one, it's gone. And you have to hope that you have enough keys to keep working with them. But when it's a smart contract, this is really cool because the hash never change. So we can rotate them. So if later on we already are in the CC and you want to be, oh Mike, I want to try the membership role. No problem. We'll just rotate those keys and we'll add you as a membership role with the keys that you want. Could be keys that already exist. It could also be keys that you just literally generate from scratch. As long as I have everyone's approval. That's the thing. If I want to add a membership role, I don't only need my signature. I will also need a majority of the signature of the people that's there. And I have to include as well Ryan because he wanted to fill up a membership role. So I need the majority of those guys to sign the transaction or else I won't be able to add you as a membership. But I'm going to get there when the time comes. Because there's two ways of doing this, but I don't want to get too far too quick. Today, that's what we've done. We've created our certificate signing requests, and I will sign them as the head of security. And after that, next time we meet on next Thursday, we will mint the cold credential NFT on chain on Sanchonet. On which one, I'm not sure though, because it's about to break. So it's probably going to be something we'll do on the new one. We'll see. But we can use the same keys. It's no problem. It's just that if I'm in the NFT on the Sanchonet that's broken, I might have to redo those steps again on the new chain. But this is technical. Don't bother. Yeah. but I'm going to do that in front of you guys. So I'm going to have a node ready. Actually, I do have a node ready. As you can see, this instance is a block producer. So if I go there, you can see that. Oh, terminal's too small. Sweet. Let's make it bigger. You can see that it is a block producer. Totally unsafe. No relay. I don't need that. It's CentroNet. Let's be unsafe and you know, let's compromise everything. It's CentroNet. Nobody cares. I don't care. It's CentroNet.
A true DJ
Yeah.
block producer.
Man,
Sure.
I feel
Block
like
producer
I
connected
feel like
to-
one day Cardano is gonna fork, and maybe SanchoNet is gonna be like the new Cardano fork, you know?
All right. We're almost at an hour, so I'll see you on the next one, where we will be generating the cold credential NFT. So I'll see you next Thursday, guys. Bye.